Hi Sagittarius. We're gonna cleanse our area, raise our vibes first. So if you don't want to use the smudging with the smoke and stuff anymore, there are options now. You can do smudge yourself before you wreck yourself. And bitch, I'll raise your vibes. And we also have moldavite oil, which is really amazing. I like to put this on my hands when I do readings. So my best friend, one of my best friends, does all of these oil sprays, like essential oil sprays and oil rollers to help your life. It's a healthier alternative. Her information is in the description box below to order all of that stuff. Hi guys. Happy birthday to my November Sagittarians. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope October is treating you kind of okay. Let's see. So the energies for November, we have Venus moving into Libra, and we have, that's going to happen at the end of October. So that's going on in your 11th house. We have the sun moving into Scorpio, which is in your 12th house. Mercury going from Scorpio into Libra and then back into Scorpio after it goes direct on November 3rd. So you're bouncing back and forth between wanting to talk to people and then wanting to be on your own and like listen to your own intuition. That'll be interesting for you guys. But I think overall, November is going to be a really big month where you find out a lot of information about people that you have been, that have been in your energy, that have been in your space, that have been in your area. There's going to be, like, just in general, there's going to be a lot of information that's going on with everything that's happening with Mercury. We have the big Jupiter and Pluto conjunction that is happening in your second house. That's going to show you, man, all of your inner, like really digging in deep with your inner power and how you really feel about yourself. And really try not to define yourself by what your environment looks like, because your second house is ruled by Venus, or your second house is ruled by Saturn, sorry. So your second house is ruled by Saturn. And you guys are really hard on yourselves anyways when it comes to your self-worth, when it comes to your financial aspects and stuff like that. So this is going to give you kind of a boost when it comes to your material stuff and love even, and financial things. So pay attention to what's happening to you. That's going to be happening on November 14th or 12th. I'm sorry, November 12th. And then Mars is actually going direct as well, and that is going to be happening in your 5th house. So you'll probably feel all of those passions starting to stir up in you again, and actually feel like you want to do things, you know? I mean, it's been really hard to get any kind of motivation with Mars retrograde, and so it's going to go direct in Aries, and it's still going to be in Aries until the beginning of January. So it's going to be squaring off with Saturn and Pluto and Jupiter and all of that stuff in Capricorn before we even get that shift again. So, Venus is going to be tracking through Libra really, really fast, and then entering Scorpio, which is your 12th house, right before the sun moves in to Sagittarius. So, and actually, oh, I'm sorry, it's actually going to be happening all in the same days. So Venus goes into your 12th house the same day the sun comes into your 1st house. So when that sun, your season is really starting with having to super look deeply into how you feel about yourself too. So this is really going to be a big time of like, try not to question who you are. Meet with people that are resonating with you. Don't allow other opinions and other people, this whole Mercury opposite Uranus thing that we're kind of under right now and throughout this entire week. this is really defining what our November is going to look like. Because if we decide to believe all of the things that the world is telling us, that could be really, really hard on us in the long run, for a long-term kind of thing. So pay attention to what's happening around you. Sit with the people that are resonating with you. Any of the information that doesn't feel right, don't buy into it. You guys aren't really those kind of people that buy into things and, like buy into stuff that other people are saying or what the world is telling you to do anyways. But, this can be a very illusory time. And if we don't kind of come back into who we are and really sit within the resonation of who we are, it can be difficult. It could be really, November could be super difficult for you. So let's not do that to ourselves. Let's just chill, have a good time, come into your season. Let's see what the cards are saying. Oh yeah, because this is really a time for you to find your power and find your truth. And I feel like that's happening for a lot of people. And it's going to be really nice when Saturn is no longer in the second house anymore, in Capricorn anymore, and moves into Aquarius, because Saturn works differently. Even though Saturn rules Capricorn and Saturn rules Aquarius, Saturn works very differently, where there was a blockage and a need for breakdown in structure, while in Capricorn there's going to be a need for rebuilding and for finding out where we are as a community, right? And like where humanity is actually going to be moving towards. If you guys want to get a personal reading from me, I do have the 6-month 2021 forecast ready for pre-order. Those will start going out. You can schedule directly in my scheduler below. I don't have your solar return reading ready quite yet, but it should be ready within the next couple of days. Actually, I'll probably just have it ready for you when I finish this video. I'll just go ahead and get your solar return. So if you want to get a solar return reading done, so Sagittarius suns. I also have a Manifesting 101 workshop on Saturday, November 14th, and you can register for that in the description box below too. That has limited access, so make sure. Okay, so we have the Strength card, the Page of Swords, the 8 of Cups. Oh, I love this reading already. 5 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords. I'm like all super hyped now. All right. So here's the thing, Sag. Man, you're really stepping into your power. There is this need, this necessity for you to walk away from the bullshit. You're getting really, really super honest with yourself in November. And this 5 of Pentacles, I feel like this 5 of Pentacles is, even if you feel like there's a lack mentality, like you don't even care anymore. Like you don't even care if you're lacking in some way. Like, and it's not that you don't care, it's that it's not holding you back. The feeling of lack, the feeling of not being good enough, the feeling of not having enough, the feeling of whatever my environment looks like is not going to define me. I feel like you're moving away from that. Like that's a thought process that you are leaving in 2020 as we get closer to 2021. And it's because of this strength. Now you could be dealing with a Leo energy that you are also walking away from. Because you had an emotional attachment to it and you're leaving it behind. So let's clarify. Let's see what the Strength card is. Yes, friends. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Because you're feeling like you have the strength to be able to manifest where you're placing your energy now. So we have the Magician. Oh, look at that at the bottom of the deck. Look at that pretty little Ace of Cups we got going on there. So we have the Magician and we have the 6 of Pentacles on the Strength card. And this is literally using all of the tools that you have in order to give as much as you can give. However, with that 6 of Pentacles, you have to ask yourself, like, I have all the energy to be able to give and give and give and give and give, and I could manifest anything at this point, But do I really want to go overboard? I mean, sure, yes, it's really fun to manifest big, and I don't want you guys to dream small. I want you to dream big, but it doesn't all have to be taken care of tomorrow. Like, we got to really start allocating where our energy is going. We have to really start being super, super discerning and diligent about everything that we're giving to everybody else all of the time. And come back, right? And recognize where in the past maybe you would have been everything to everyone over here, but today you can only be one person for yourself. And that's okay. And it's even okay to admit that about yourself too. So getting super honest with yourself with the Page of Swords. And this feels like a very big detachment period for you as well. Learning how to detach from things, learning how to detach from the emotional reaction of things. That doesn't mean that you stop caring. We're not turning our emotions off just because we're detaching from stuff. We're just getting really honest about the things that we no longer have to create a certain outcome in our lives in order to be happy. And you know, when you say your truth, Sagittarius, when you speak your truth, there are bound to be people that just don't like that. You know? So that Five of Wands on the Page of Swords, sure, you could absolutely start arguments by speaking your truth, but also when you start those arguments, it's not necessarily you starting an argument by speaking your truth. Let me rephrase that. This is about you speaking your truth and people not hearing how you're saying it, or people not understanding what you're saying, and them being triggered by the fact that you're speaking your truth. So you speak your truth, you say what you need to say, they don't like it so much, and they project onto you, right? And then you're like, no, that's some bullshit. I'm going to Eight of Cups this whole situation. And what is the Eight of Cups? The Eight of Cups is walking away from things that are no longer serving you, all of the emotional stuff, the emotional reactions. This dude understands detachment because he knows that that stuff is all still there and he's not avoiding it. He just chooses not to engage. And when you choose not to engage and you allow yourself to be the bigger person or see things the way that you're supposed to see them. So what are we walking away from? My Sagittarius moon is very, very curious. Oh, okay. So we're walking away from a water sign. You sort of already intuitively knew. If this isn't a water sign, you're walking away from, you're walking away from someone else's intuition and you're stepping into your own is what I'm hearing. There's this emotional attachment that you have to somebody, and I think that you're not allowing yourself to fully engage with this person anymore. Intuitively, you feel like there's a connection. This could even be a Pisces energy. But intuitively, you do feel like there's a connection with this water sign. It's just very interesting to me because it's like, and it's not even out of anger or anything like that. Y'all just aren't vibing anymore. There's just something about this person that you're not vibing with anymore. And so allowing yourself to be honest about it and say, man, it could also be that you kind of feel left out by this person. And that's why you feel like you need to walk away. Because the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles are both about feeling lack in some way, shape, or form. The Five of Wands could be that you're feeling lack in a way that's combative. And so like you feel like you have to project and be combative with another person or something like that because you feel like you're lacking in some way. The Five of Pentacles is more of a feeling of lack within yourself because you're defining yourself by your environment. And if you don't feel like you have enough in your environment, then you feel a lack mentality. You feel a sense of lack within you. Does that make sense? So this person stirred some kind of emotional, they had an emotional reaction. They stirred something emotional within you. And you sort of intuitively already knew that this person wasn't good for you or this person wasn't right for you. And then they showed their ass. That's the only way I can say it. Then they showed their ass. Okay. So now you are in charge of where you're allocating your energy. And now you're in charge of saying what it is that you want from your, what it is that you want from your life. Now, if you're dealing with an earth sign, okay. You both are feeling a little bit left out, which is very interesting to me. I feel like so we have the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles on this Five of Pentacles. So you both are sort of feeling left out, and it's possible that you feel left out from two different people. Or maybe these two people feel left out from you. Sorry, with the glare, I can't really like... Interesting. But here's the crescendo. Here's that the big piece. The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving from rough waters into calmer waters. So it really does feel, wow, I just got deja vu in a big way. Yowza. Okay. That I'm doing this reading right now. Just like this, just for you. Two of Wands on the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. You have a decision on the direction that you're going in. You have a really big decision on the direction that you're going in, and it is up to you to make the choices for your happily ever after. Nobody else can do that for you, Sag. Nobody else can do that for you. And this Two of Wands is giving you an opportunity to make a choice. And so you're at a crossroads with the Two of Wands. And this with the Six of Swords, it's saying you have a choice to have a better existence, have a better life, have a better outcome. Or you can just stay where you are and try to figure it out from there. But the choice is yours, and nobody else can make this choice for you. You see? And if you have a decision between two different people, say you're trying to choose between a water sign and an earth sign, the earth sign's feeling really left out. And the water sign is the person that you already intuitively know that you have to walk away from. And this may not be an actual water sign. That could just be somebody that has a lot of water in their chart, or they're extra emotional person. And then the earth sign is probably the more stable, emotionally stable person, but they're not really feeling like there's a sync up there, which is okay. Cool. Like, but nobody else, you can't make other people happy. You got to make yourself happy first. And then that's why I was like, okay, cool. Like, what are we supposed to do about that? You have to make yourself happy and then attract that energy that's coming in. Right? So we have the bottom of the deck. Ten of Cups. Ooh. Bam. Ten of Cups. The Moon. The Two of Cups. The Six of Wands. And the King of Swords. So now we have an air sign. So we have every single element represented in your reading, which is fantastic because that creates the magician energy. Every single element being in your reading creates the magician energy. So you could be all of these elements. You could be walking away from the things that you're emotionally attached to and no longer holding on to that. You could be that stable figure that you know that you have to be in order to get out of this lack mentality. You could be that very discerning and tunnel visioned King of Swords type energy that creates the love for yourself, or you could be walking away from two people and choosing one person. If you're going to choose anybody, it's going to be up to your intuition to check that out. So the Two of Cups and the Six of Wands, But there's something that you're doing this month that's creating an open door for love. Don't cringe. I had to stop myself from cringing, so I know that one of y'all out there cringed when I said that. And the 10 of Cups and the Moon. You don't know, you're not going to get all the details. You aren't, but the clue here, the biggest clue here, Sagittarius, is when it comes to the moon, if you don't know where this 10 of Cups happiness is coming from, you get to define that. Just because the moon isn't showing you all of the details doesn't mean that you can't create the details for yourself. You are the magician after all. So we have Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus energy. We have Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. We have Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. So we have the whole zodiac here in your reading. And it's up to you to be discerning on what energies you want to resonate with in November and what energies you need to leave at bay and, you know, allow yourself to walk, right? You are the creator and the definer of your future. So be that person for yourself, okay? And again, if you would like to get a reading with me, and I will have your solar return up in my schedule, my scheduler, by the time this video is live, okay? I love you guys. Have a wonderful November. Come join us in the memberships. We miss you. We would love to have you there. We have a really good time. The mid-month love readings for October are already up. You get daily energy updates, and you get to hang out with me on Discord. What more could you ask for? I love you guys. Bye.